Hello, fourth grade families. This is Miss Sayers, and this video is about how your fourth grader is going to learn how to multiply. The way that students multiply now is different than when we were in school. And if at any point you find that you are helping your child, I want to give you a little bit of information on how this way of multiplying works. For our first problem, we are going to be solving 3 times 482. I am going to use an area model or a box in order to do this. So grab my pen tool. Now I am multiplying a 1-digit number by a 3-digit number. So that means that the box I'm going to draw is going to have 1 row and it is going to have 3 columns. So it is set up like so. On the side where it is 1 unit length, I'm going to write the 3. And then I'm going to break up 482 by place value. So the value of the 4 is 400. The value of the 8 is 80. And the value of the 2 is just 2. So now what I do is I multiply the top of that box by the side of the box, which has the value of 3. So I would start with 400 times 3. And the way your fourth graders are taught is to look for the smaller multiplication fact inside, which is 4 times 3, 12. And then I annex or I tack on these 2 zeros, 1, 2. And I get the partial product of 1200. I repeat this process with 80 times 3, where I know that 8 times 3 is 24. And I annex or tack on 1 0. And lastly, 2 times 3, which is 6. I will change my color here for the next thing I'm going to do, which is take these partial products, because they are part of the larger product, and I'm going to add them together for my final answer. We always remind your students to make sure they are lining up by place value and starting their addition in the ones. 240 and 6. I always encourage them to line them up with the greatest one, then the next greatest, and the next greatest until they get down to the least to keep their work organized. And when I add these up, this is 6, this is 4, this is 4, and this is 1. So their final answer is 1,446. So that is how you use the bar model for a 3-digit times a 1-digit number. The next type of problem your child will see is a 1-digit times a 4-digit number. And this is very similar to what you just saw. We will set up the box again. And it will be very long because we are multiplying a 1-digit number, the 6, by a 4-digit number. So this box now needs to have 4 parts. The value of the 9 is 9,000. The value in the hundreds place is 0, so I don't need to worry about anything there because 0 times 6 is 0. The value in the tens is 40, and the value in the ones is 2. So I start by doing 9 times 6, which is 54, and then I tack on those 3 zeros. When your children begin multiplying, we will encourage them to write the multiplication fact inside, but as they become much faster and more fluent, they won't need to. 4 times 6 is 24, and we then have 1 0 in 40. and 2 times 6 is 12. Once again, I'm going to line these up, greatest on top down to the least. They do not need to include the 0 because there's no value to add when we're looking here. 240 and 12. 0 plus 0 plus 2 is 2. 4 plus 1 is 5. 0 plus 2 is 2. And then there's nothing to add with 54. So my final product is 54,252. So this is how you multiply a 1-digit number by a 4-digit number. The last problem is going to be a 2-digit number by a 2-digit number. So since we have two 2-digit numbers, I need to divide each part of the box into 2. So I'm going to make this into 2 sides and this into a top and a bottom. We are now going to start by breaking up 27 by place value. The value of the 2 is 20, and the value of the 7 is 7. And then we do the same with 51. The 5 is worth 50, and the 1 is simply 1. And now I multiply what is on top by what is on the side. So 50 times 20 is where I begin. And again, that basic fact, 5 times 2 is 10. And then I tack on 2 zeros because there's 1 in 50 and 1 in 20. So that partial product is 1,000. Then for this box on top is 7. And all the way to the side is 50. So I'm going to multiply 50 times 7. 5 times 7 is 35. I then annex that 0 for 350. Now when I jump down to the bottom row, I am multiplying both factors by 1, and I look what's on top, 20. 20 times 1 is 20. And 7 times 1 is 7. Once again, we line the numbers up from greatest to least and add. 1,000 plus 350 plus 20 plus 7. I add them up. We have a 7 here, a 7 here, and a 3 and a 1. My answer, 1,377. I hope that this information is helpful as your 4th grader is beginning their journey with multiplying greater numbers. If at any point with any assignment you have a question, you can send me a message on Class Dojo and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks so much. Bye.